Hello Sunshiners! In this video, we are going to define impulse. So, what is impulse? Impulse is the force applied by an object to another that causes it to move at a given time interval. It is also the change of momentum of an object, and it is the average impact force of a collision. For you to be able to understand impulse better, we need to recall the second law of motion, which can be written as F is equal to ma, where m is the mass of the object in kilograms and a is the acceleration in meters per second square. Acceleration can also be expressed as the change of velocity over change in time. With this, we are going to have F is equal to m delta v over delta t, where delta v is the change in velocity, which is measured in meters per second, and delta t is the change in time, which is measured in seconds. From this equation, m delta v is equal to the momentum of an object, because the component of momentum is mass and velocity. With this, the equation can be written as F delta t is equal to m delta t, or F delta t is equal to delta p. With this, we can say that the change in momentum is equivalent to the product of force multiplied by the change in time. In this case, F delta t is called as impulse or I. With this, we can say that impulse is the change in momentum of an object. Hence, impulse is equal to mass times delta v, or impulse is equal to mass times v2 or final velocity minus v1 or initial velocity. And impulse is equal to change in momentum, or impulse is equal to final momentum minus initial momentum. Remember that impulse of an object is measured in kilograms meters per second, just like momentum. Let us put your knowledge into test. A 5 kilogram object is moving with a velocity of 5 meters per second to the east. Then, its velocity changed to 8 meters per second to the west. Find the impulse given to the object. Step number 1. We are looking for the impulse of the object. Step number 2. The given are the mass of the object, the initial and the final velocity of the object. The mass of the object is 5 kilograms, the initial velocity is 5 meters per second, and the final velocity is negative 8 meters per second. The initial velocity is positive because the movement of the object is to the east, while the final velocity is negative because its movement is towards west. Step number 3. The equation that we are going to use is impulse is equal to mass times final velocity minus initial velocity, or I is equal to m times v2 minus v1. Step number 4. We are now going to substitute the given to the working equation. It will now become impulse is equal to 5 kilograms times negative 8 meters minus 5 kilograms. Negative 8 meters per second minus 5 meters per second is equal to negative 13 meters per second. Now, 5 kilograms times negative 13 meters per second will be the result of our step number 5. Impulse is equal to negative 65 kilograms meters per second. Therefore, the impulse given to the object is negative 65 kilograms meters per second. The second half of our activity for today will be posted in our Google Classroom. Follow all the instructions that I have included in the post. That would be all for today. I hope that you learned something. Bye!